answer is very evident in John 15, which really talks about how we are to abide in Christ and that apart from Christ, we can do nothing. No matter whether you're a creative or you are in a marketplace or you're in a full-time ministry, actually the answer is the same, that the only way that we can flourish and not die is to abide in Christ. And it's a very difficult kind of question to ponder, like what does it really mean to abide in Christ? But I do think that we know when we are not. You know, even when you are kind of like you just don't have energy, when you just feel like, yeah, when you just don't feel life in you, I think that there's a sign that we need to kind of go back to God. And so I think in terms of flourishing, it's a dream that people have to really marry what they love to do and being able to like do it like day by day, and I think we really give thanks for each day that we're able to do what we do, and we don't know whether we can do this forever, you know, like who knows. And I think that maybe the encouragement to youth is that it doesn't mean that when setbacks come or when projects don't come or when you feel like, oh, why can't I make this my full-time career and be discouraged, because I think different trials really mold our character and our faith in God, and actually that's what's more important than really the work that we produce. So I think another psalm that we think a lot about is Psalm 127, which is really about how unless the Lord builds the house, all labor is in vain, and in its vanity, if you just like stay up late and try to toil and then you get no rest. And I think in the end, this idea of flourishing is to really have that restedness in our souls, to know that all is well and it's okay, you know. Yeah.
For me, you know, working with clay, you know, I have kind of discovered that when we start off as a lump of clay and the potter helps us to go through this whole journey into becoming a beautiful vessel. Actually, the response for the clay, the best response is really to just relax and just let the water of life come into ourselves, you know, just immerse in it, and then we become a beautiful vessel. And so when we resist, when we try to harden our hearts, I think that's when we kind of struggle with our master potter. So I would say for youths, right, you know, if you are having questions or doubts, you know, come to the house of the potter and then let us demonstrate to you what is it like to be clay, you know, what is it like to be a potter. And I think when we allow God to shape us and we listen and we just surrender ourselves to God, I think He has a great plan for us. We will definitely flourish. And flourishing may mean different things for different people, and maybe we might flourish in a way that the world doesn't recognize you know, as good or success or anything. But in the end, in God's eyes, if we are faithful, He will meet us one day and He will call us a good and faithful servant.